One red card, one handball, one impossible header, one scoreboard nobody believed. The World Cup doesn't need 90 minutes to create history. Sometimes it only needs 1 second. These are the most viral World Cup moments of all time. Italy arrived with one of the strongest squads in the tournament. Maldini, Totti, Del Piero, Vieri. They were expected to survive this match, but South Korea refused to disappear. The hosts fought for every ball, pushed the game into extra time, and slowly made Italy nervous. Then came the moment.
Pio with the cross. Ah, yes! And it's the man who missed the penalty who scores the winner! What a story!
Ahn Jung-hwan rose inside the box, met the cross, and headed Italy out of the World Cup. The stadium exploded. South Korea had done the impossible, but Italy were furious. The match was surrounded by controversy, disallowed moments, and refereeing decisions that Italians still talk about today. For South Korea, it was history. For Italy, it became a scar that never fully healed. England versus Portugal already had pressure, but this moment made it personal. Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo were not just opponents. They were Manchester United teammates. Then Rooney got tangled with Ricardo Carvalho. Portugal players rushed toward the referee. Ronaldo was right in the middle of it. Rooney pushed him away. Seconds later, the red card came out. England's biggest young star was gone. But the moment that truly exploded came after. Ronaldo looked toward the bench and winked. That tiny gesture changed everything. England lost on penalties.
Here comes Ronaldo trying to win it. He does! Portugal moves on to the semi-finals!
Fans blamed Ronaldo. Newspapers attacked him. And overnight, one wink turned him into England's biggest villain. Zinedine Zidane's final match was supposed to be legendary. A World Cup final, France versus Italy. One last game before retirement. And for most of the night, Zidane looked ready for the perfect goodbye. He had already scored, he was leading France. The trophy was still possible. Then, in extra time, everything changed. After an exchange with Marco Materazzi, Zidane suddenly turned around, walked back, and headbutted him in the chest. The stadium froze. The referee did not see it at first, but the cameras did. Moments later, Zidane was shown a red card, and then came the image nobody forgot. Zidane walking past the World Cup trophy. Knowing he would never touch it again, France lost. Italy became champions. But Zidane's final act became the story of the final. Portugal versus the Netherlands was supposed to be a knockout match. Instead, it became one of the wildest games in World Cup history. From the start, the tension was obvious. Every tackle felt heavier than the last. Every argument pulled more players into the chaos. The referee kept reaching for his pocket. Yellow card, another yellow, another one. Then the red cards started. Players lost control. Benches reacted. The match felt like it could explode at any second. By the end, there were 4 red cards and 16 yellow cards. The strangest part? Players from both teams who had been sent off were later seen sitting together, watching the madness continue. Portugal won the match, but nobody remembers it for the score. They remember it as the Battle of Nuremberg. Ghana was seconds away from history. No African country had ever reached a World Cup semi-final, and in 2010, Ghana were almost there. The final moments of extra time arrived. The ball bounced inside Uruguay's box. Then it was headed toward goal. The goalkeeper was beaten. The net was open. Ghana were about to create history. Then Luis Suárez stopped it with his hand. Red card, penalty, one kick to send Ghana into the semi-final. Asamoah Gyan stepped up. The whole continent was watching. He struck it and the ball smashed the crossbar. Ghana could not believe it. Uruguay survived. Then Uruguay won the penalty shootout. Suárez celebrated. Ghana cried, and the world started arguing. Was it cheating? Was it sacrifice? Was it genius? That debate never really ended. England were in trouble against Germany. But then Frank Lampard gave them what looked like a lifeline. He struck the ball from distance.
Lampard! Did it go in?
It smashed against the crossbar, bounced down, crossed the line, and came back out. For a second, England thought they had scored. The players reacted, the fans reacted. The replays showed it clearly. The ball was in. But the referee said no goal. Germany kept playing. England was stunned. At that time, there was no goal line technology at the World Cup. So even though millions watching on television could see the truth, the decision stayed the same. Germany went on to win 4-1. But Lampard's ghost goal became bigger than the result. It became one of the moments that pushed football toward goal line technology. Spain entered the 2014 World Cup as champions. They were the team everyone feared. They had dominated international football for years. Then the Netherlands arrived and produced one of the most iconic goals ever.
Breaching the legal limits, that's a good ball as well. Oh, the header! Oh my word! Van Persie with an absolute stunner!
Daily Blind launched a long pass forward. Robin van Persie saw Iker Casillas off his line. Most players would control it, some would try to bring it down, but Van Persie did something ridiculous. He threw himself into the air, stretched his body forward, and headed the ball over Casillas. The ball floated perfectly into the net. It looked unreal, like a goal from a video game. The image of Van Persie flying through the air went everywhere. Netherlands later won 5-1, but that header became the symbol of Spain's collapse. The Flying Dutchman had arrived. Brazil were at home in a World Cup semi-final. The country expected glory. Instead, they got one of the most painful nights in football history. Germany scored first, then they scored again, then again. And again. In just a few minutes, Brazil completely fell apart. The fans in the stadium looked shocked. Some cried. Some stared at the pitch like they could not understand what was happening. Brazil's players looked broken. The scoreboard looked impossible. Brazil won. Germany 7. This was not just a defeat, it was humiliation. At home, in front of the entire world, the internet exploded instantly.
In diesem Augenblick der Freistoß wird nicht mehr ausgeführt.
Memes, headlines, reactions, disbelief. Brazil's most painful football night became one of the most viral scorelines in sports history. Portugal were running out of time. Spain were leading 3-2. Cristiano Ronaldo had already scored twice, but Portugal needed one more moment. Then they won a free kick. Perfect distance, perfect angle, perfect pressure. Ronaldo stood over the ball. Spain built the wall. The stadium waited. Everyone knew what he wanted, but knowing it and stopping it were two different things.
Genius! Absolute genius!
Ronaldo stepped up, struck it perfectly, and the ball curled over the wall into the corner. 3-3, hat-trick against Spain at the World Cup. Then came the celebration, the stance, the roar, the camera shot. It was the kind of superstar moment that felt made for replay. One kick turned the entire match into Ronaldo's stage. Germany were expected to win. They had the bigger names, the stronger history, the World Cup reputation, and for much of the match it looked normal. Germany controlled the game. Japan waited. Then the match flipped. Japan equalized. Suddenly Germany looked nervous.
Minamino comes back. Duran has scored. Japan go crazy.
Then came the second goal, a tight angle, a powerful finish. Japan 2, Germany 1. The stadium erupted. Germany was stunned. Japan had beaten one of football's biggest nations. But the story did not end at the final whistle. Japanese fans stayed behind and cleaned the stadium. The players left their dressing rooms spotless. The upset went viral. The respect went viral, and Japan became one of the biggest stories of the tournament. Argentina arrived in Qatar unbeaten in 36 matches. They had Lionel Messi. They were one of the favourites to win the entire tournament. And when Messi scored early, it looked like the expected story had started. Argentina in control, Saudi Arabia under pressure, but the second half changed everything. Saudi Arabia scored once, then almost immediately, they scored again.
Oh, and that's a brilliant effort, and they've turned it right around.
Argentina were behind. The whole stadium changed. Argentina attacked again and again. But Saudi Arabia defended with everything. Every tackle felt huge. Every clearance felt like survival. And when the final whistle came,
And there it is! A group stage start beyond Saudi Arabia's wildest dreams.
football had one of its biggest shocks. Saudi Arabia had beaten Argentina. The future world champions had lost their opening game. That is why this moment became even crazier with time, because the team that shocked Argentina had beaten the team that would later win it all. Brazil thought they had won it. Extra time. Neymar picked up the ball, a quick one, two, another touch, past the goalkeeper, then a finish into the roof of the net. Brazil exploded. The players celebrated, the fans danced. Neymar had just scored a dream goal. It felt like Brazil were heading to the semi-final. But Croatia do not panic. With minutes left, they launched one final attack. The ball was cut back, the shot came in. A deflection. Goal. Brazil froze. Croatia had forced penalties and suddenly all the pressure was on Brazil. They missed. Croatia stayed calm. Then Marquinhos stepped up. He hit the post. Brazil were out. Neymar never even took a penalty. A superstar goal. A late equaliser. Penalty heartbreak and one of the tournament favourites leaving in tears. That is World Cup drama. The World Cup creates moments we never forget. Comment the one that shocked you most and subscribe for more football stories.